How could children be so brutally violent against other children that look like them is insane to me.
She says her bubbly, sweet 5-year-old daughter was beaten and assaulted. This picture showing hair ripped out of her scalp. Police revealing startling details. The victims and suspects are under the age of 10 years old.
Why is it just the mama in the screen rubbing her back? Where's her father at? And if her father was present in her life, she probably wouldn't have had a kid at 16. All right, let's go back to the story I want to cover. A very sad story about the young girl, the child who was 5 years old at the time that these other kids decide to take advantage of her. And I want to put the story out because people are not covering this. And I'm going to tell you why I'm covering this as soon as you watch the clip. So let's play the news clip coverage of this story, and then you're going to understand why I'm talking about this rotor clip.
A mother in shambles after she says she found her baby girl beaten and abused. For the first time ever, the child's mother is speaking out, and you won't believe who police say are the suspects. 19's Noelle Williams joins us now with this heartbreaking story, and we want to warn you, some of the images and details are graphic.
I literally saw the worst thing ever. Like, I saw my daughter unrecognizable.
What happened to Antavia Kinnebru's daughter is something most people will have a hard time understanding. She says her bubbly, sweet 5-year-old daughter was beaten and assaulted. This picture showing hair ripped out of her scalp. Police revealing startling details. The victims and suspects are under the age of 10 years old. This is shocking news to the 21-year-old mom.
I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Kinnebru's mother held her hand as she wept.
Hold on.
She tells me...
She trans? No, okay, no. All right, let's in all serious note. She said 21-year-old mother. The young girl is 5. I saw her mama sit next to her, and I thought her mama was 20. So this woman had a kid 5 years from 21. How much is that? That'll be, you take one that's 4, that'll be 16. So she had a kid at 16 years old. Every so often, we're reminded how fragile freedom really is. That's why Patriot Mobile draws the line, standing for faith, family, and freedom for over 12 years. You'll get premium nationwide coverage on all 3 major networks and service that you can trust. Go to patriotmobile.com/Tatum, or you can call 972-PATRIOT. Use promo code Tatum for a free month of service. Switch today. That's patriotmobile.com/Tatum, or call 972-PATRIOT. So she had a kid at 16 years old. I was just on Jillian Michaels' show, and we were talking about this. And I was telling her, the biggest problem in the inner city communities is that these young people don't have fathers in male leadership. You got a 16-year-old having a kid, and now you got other kids abusing that kid. And no father and no male representation is there at present. That's how the cycle continues, starts, and finishes. It's not the white man. It's an environment in which we perpetuate and create in the inner cities. I'm going to let her finish. Roll it.
Out of safety, she does not want to share her daughter's name or show her face, but she explains what happened that day. She tells me on September 13th, she had dropped her daughter off at a family member's home near East 145th Street and St. Clair Avenue. Somehow, her baby girl walked out the front door. When Kinnebru found out, she rushed over and saw her 5-year-old being treated by EMS several blocks over.
Her hair was scalped from her head. She had bruises and blood all over her body. Her eyes was filled with blood. Her lips and mouth was filled with blood. Her nails had dirt, debris of dirt stuck in it.
19 News reached out to Cleveland police several times to try and find out if there are any charges. If so, what are those charges? And if the ages of the suspects would hinder that. All police would confirm is that the victim and suspects involved in this case are under the age of 10, and any other information would jeopardize the investigation. Either way, Kinnebru says her daughter is left physically, emotionally, and mentally hurt and now in therapy. She is grateful for the support of the community so far, but she wants help and answers.
I want her to just to be somewhat of a normal 5-year-old again.
In Cleveland, Noelle Williams, 19 News.
Again, no charges have been filed, but we will continue to press police for information here. And as soon as we do hear that charges are filed, look for that first alert push notification on our app. We will continue to follow up with this horrific attack.
Now, this is sad. It is very sad. It's sad on multiple angles because under 10 years old, those are also children. And how could children be so brutally violent against other children that look like them is insane to me. But, you know, I don't fault these kids more than I fault the parents. I got a 4-year-old. Now, crying would be the second thing I do if something happened to my son like this. It'll be some flower bringing and slow singing. Y'all wouldn't recognize me. I might as well quit my social media because it's gonna be some furniture moving. If I ever saw my son like that, and whoever's responsible for it, we're gonna be pushing up daisies. I'm just saying. However, these are little kids that did another little kid like this. And I put that on my life, that if you go back and look at the trajectory and history, or not trajectory, but the history of the families that are involved in this, it ends in poverty, violent history, and no dad. Where is the mother's dad, meaning the woman whose child was victimized? Where is her dad at? Why is it just the mama in the screen rubbing her back? Where is her father at? And if her father was present in her life, she probably wouldn't have had a kid at 16. I want y'all to hear me very clearly. It's almost impossible for you to make some of yourself unless you have a great infrastructure around you. If you have a child at 16 years old, how do you have a life at 16? You can't really even get a job. At 16, you're still in school. You're like a junior in high school or sophomore, junior in high school. And then you think you're going to go to college with what money? You got to spend money on that little baby you just had. And if the daddy ain't there now, all of your resources going to that baby. But like Thomas Sowell speaks about this. Larry Elder talks about this. A lot of black prominent men will tell you, like in our community, the reason why we're so far back is because a 16-year-old had a baby. And then I bet her mama is single. So now you got a household with one income, having to take care of 2 more dependent people. How are you going to get wealthy like that? How are you going to make anything of yourself? And then you have a legacy as a man, because I bet these were boys that did this to the girl. You have, as a man, your legacy is 2 kids that can't make none of their life because they were willing to do this to a kid at 10 years old. Now, because they're minors, they can get arrested, not unless they're under 8, but they can get arrested, but they're not going to do no real time in prison. They're minors. They're little kids. How much time can you do in prison at 8? And then what happens if you do go to prison is really your daddy and them fault that you crazy enough to do this to a kid. So really they should be going to prison. But you go to prison and you're institutionalized at 8. You get out, you're not a regular person. You messed up. And then you become grown and you're resentful and you keep doing the same thing you did before. Because you're going to get out and go to the house that taught you to beat up a kid like this. It's a residual cycle that keeps black people in poverty. Instead, a young woman with a father in a happy household, a reasonable household, then raise a young woman that go off to go to college, get a degree, get married, have children. That's generational wealth. And then you raise young boys that when they see the little girl out by herself, they take her by the hand and they go turn her back into a family. They call the police and they say, hey, we got a missing girl out here. How can we help? And those young boys grow up, become young men, get into sports, learn how to work on a team, learn team camaraderie, learn discipline, want to go out to the military, go start their own business, go play sports, whatever they have in play. And then they get married, they have kids, generational wealth. Instead, we have this cycle. That girl is scarred for the rest of her life. Now, as an adult, God can fix it. Here. She is going to hate men. She is going to hate black men. She may be afraid of black men. I ain't gonna speak that on her life, but this could happen to her. And then the young boys don't understand that they were raised like that. They get caught by police, was probably white. Now they hate cops and they hate the system. Vicious cycle.